Ladies, and gentlemen, welcome to the Proton Splat League Season 9. It's Week 6! I'm not on the bridge anymore! Let's go! For this evening's match, we have Tentacle Difficulties versus Splashdown Crusaders. I'm your main commentator, Solid Mushroom. And that's enough for me. Let's meet the teams. Starting with Tentacle Difficulties, captained by Great, also featuring Coney Beans, Onigiri, Sokatoa, Sushi, and Fat Earth. Meanwhile, over on the Bravo team, we've got the Splashdown Crusaders, captained by Mickey McMike, also featuring Sky Adams, Loper321, Raven Archstorm, and Izobel. Since it is in fact a new week, we've got a new set of maps. How exciting is that? We're not on the bridge anymore. We've got Turf War Barnacle and Dime, Splat Zone's Mahi Mahi Resort, Cattle Control Hagglefish Market, Rainmaker Other Toe Spillway, and Clam Blitz Inkblot Art Academy. Waiting on the room to be joinable. My commentary fit for this set is the fastest beacons in the West. Alright, we got the room up, so let me go ahead, swap back over to the maps and mode, and put in that password in such a way that you won't see it. While I wait to hop into the lobby, feel free to mark on your bingo cards that I'm casting another Tentacle Difficulties match. We also got a prediction going for you guys. Vote now on your phones. Which team will take the set? The poll will be decided once 3 games have been won by either team. So vote for who you think is going to do it. Tentacle Difficulties or Splashdown Crusaders. We are gearing up for some turf war here. But first, I mentioned the fastest beacons in the West. And that was not a lie. The beacons do be fast. Both teams have shuffled in as we move on to Turf War Barnacle and Dime. This is a good pencil map. We might be seeing some pencil plays here. Of course, it's rare that there's a map that pencil doesn't like. When it does happen, it really doesn't like pencil. Or pencil really doesn't like it. But Barnacle and Dime enjoys being up on snipe, being able to hit everybody as they come out of their base. Will we see them employ that strategy? Let's see some turf war. On the side of Tentacle difficulties, we've got a lot of shooters. And on the side of Splashdown Crusaders, we have some interesting choices. Tentacle difficulties is rolling up with the Hero Shot replica, aka the Splatter Shot, the Gold Arrow Spray, the Vanilla Wiper, and the Vanilla 52. Meanwhile, on the side of Splashdown Crusaders, we are looking at a Silver Arrow Spray, a Reflux Deco, 2 Reef Sliders in one match. We've got an Octo Shot, and we've got an Ink Brush. Unfortunately, all of them are dead. Tentacle difficulties gets the first wipeout of the set. Let's see if Zuka come out, get an immediate double. And there's the trade on the Arrow Spray. 3 down on the side of Splashdown Crusaders. And Reflex Deco's dodging the whale as best they can. Looks like they're building up for a Reef Slider to take back some space. Reef Slider manages to get a pick. You love to see the Reef Slider kills. Looks like Tentacle difficulties are getting pushed out of mid. 2 down on both sides. Second Reef Slider comes out, finds a pick on the Arrow Spray. 3 down on the side of Tentacle difficulties. Splashdown Crusaders might be taking this one back. Tentacle difficulties currently in and out of danger. The Splat Bomb finds a pick, but the Whale gets the trade. 1 minute left, and it is an even game. Tentacle difficulties currently in danger. Will Splashdown Crusaders be able to hold to the last 37 seconds? Booyah Bomb coming out for Tentacle difficulties could make holding the mid difficult. Octo Shot goes down to the Booyah Bomb. 2 down on the side, 3 down on the side of Crusaders. Tentacle difficulties is not going to let them get an easy win. Stamp comes out but gets cancelled. The Reflux goes down to the Arrow Spray. 3 down again on the side of Crusaders. Booyah Bomb comes out trying to paint as much as it can. I think that game went to Tentacle difficulties, according to the squids at the top. Turf War goes to Tentacle difficulties after an intense fight. Let's give him that win and that wonderful sound effect. Moving on, it's time for everyone's favorite Splat Zone's Mahi Mahi Resort. Looks like we are seeing a substitution from Splashdown Crusaders. Looks like we're seeing 2 substitutions, actually. Alright, chat, what do we think of the Splatfest theme? I appreciate how Big Man said, I would simply live. Looks like we've got Raven Archstorm in for the Crusaders. And we've got Onigiri in for Tentacle difficulties. Splat Zone's Mahi Mahi is a bit of a mess. A lot of different weapons tend to work well here. Stuff like Explasher. Also Pencil. You just gotta be careful about falling in the drink. Especially before 60 count. The teams are readying up. I'm so glad it isn't week 5 anymore. I don't think week 5 lasted way too long. I feel like future seasons just shouldn't have a week 5. Just jump immediately from 4 to 6. Keep things interesting for the stats team. It's time for some Splat Zones. Let's see if the comps have changed at all. Ooh, we see an Undercover and a Hydro from Tentacle difficulties. We see some Order Dualies, a Clash Blaster, and a Forge Pro on the side of Splashdown Crusaders. First possession goes to Crusaders. But that Reef Slider is going to cap zone immediately. 2 down on the side of Crusaders. That will does come out. They retake before they lose lead. Force Pro goes down to the Zuka. But that is the only pick that Zuka gets. There's a lot of bombs on the field. Crusaders maintaining control. Unfortunately, they go 2 down. Right as soon as they break their penalty. And that Reef Slider attempts to cap, but doesn't work. Thankfully, the other members of Tentacle difficulties were there to pick up the slack. There's the lead swap. Lead now favors Tentacle difficulties. Ooh, the wiper falls to the drink! What did I tell you? Crusaders are able to take it back thanks to the crab. Tentacle difficulties not willing to give up their lead that easily, but the Beetle Bomb isn't enough to cap on its own. Flash Blaster was an interesting choice on the side of Splashdown Crusaders, but Tentacle difficulties keeps falling in the drink! There's the 60 count one drop as a Boom Bomb comes up from Splashdown Crusaders. They're able to take zone back, putting an important penalty on Tentacle difficulties. Let's see if they can keep this push going and take lead. Nope, that's a Reef Slider. The Stamp is doing laps around the zone, finding members of Splashdown Crusaders. They're 2 down. Zuka is keeping them in their base as Tentacle difficulties takes control of mid. Splashdown is able to flip the zone, but the crab goes down early. That Reef Slider is, in fact, going to take control back for Tentacle difficulties as they wipe out Splashdown Crusaders. Minute 43 left in the game, and currently the score is 71-40. Tentacle difficulties has burned through their penalty and is now gaining points. Splashdown Crusaders will have to take this zone back if they want to keep this going, potentially into overtime. That's 10 count left. Nope, that is game. Unfortunately, Splashdown Crusaders not able to flip the zone in time. Flat Zones goes to Tentacle difficulties. And that is a KO win. Moving on, it is time for some tower control as we see a substitution from Splashdown Crusaders. Also, to answer the question from the concerned stats team member in chat, I proposed getting rid of Week 5 since it lasted too long this season, so just immediately jump from Week 4 to Week 6. Let me know your thoughts on that. Ah, come on, Michelle. Alright, fine. And it's time for Tower Control Hagglefish Market. Another solid Explosher map, honestly. You just kind of sit on grates and bully people. Or not on grates, you sit on glass and bully people. And then, Tri-Strike, Booyah Bomb, Crab Tank, Trizuka, etc. Comes out and bullies you. It's definitely better, something like Explorer is better in modes that aren't Tower Control or Rainmaker. Splat Zones in particular benefits Explo on Hagglefish. But it's time for Tower Control. We've got a cooler on one team, and a cooler on the other team. No range though, so that Hydra is going to have basically free reign of the map. On the side of Tentacle difficulties, we have a Hero Shot, we have an Ink Brush, we have a Tri Nouveau, and we have that Hydra Splatling. Meanwhile, on the side of Splashdown Crusaders, we have a Neo Splash, we have a Clash Blaster Neo, and we have a V Junior and an NZ. 3 down on the side of Splashdown Crusaders. The Hydra is on the tower. Cooler out for Tentacle difficulties as they hit checkpoint 1. The Hydra does go down, but the brush is there to take checkpoint. The Booyah Bomb comes out from Tentacle difficulties, rather. Splashdown Crusaders is 2 down, 3 down. Their last members on tower, that's a wipeout. The Trizooka comes out from the hero shot on Tentacle difficulties as they hit checkpoint 2. Unfortunately, that Clash Blaster Neo is keeping them off of tower. 36 count left for Tentacle difficulties as the Brush and Neo Splash trade. Splashdown Crusaders trying to fight their way into mid, but they're 2 down already. The hero shot riding tower 3 down. That suction bomb hit the pole. I don't know if that was intentional. Ooh, that suction bomb was intentional. Oh, it's looking like that Booyah Bomb was intended to keep Splashdown Crusaders out, but the hero shot died, so they couldn't take check. 3 down on the side of Splashdown Crusaders yet again. Tentacle difficulties keeping them in check and out of mid. Clash Blaster finds a kill on the Brush, but gets taken out themselves. 3 down again from Splashdown Crusaders. Zuka whiffs 2 shots, though. This isn't quite unwinnable yet. Unfortunately, Tentacle difficulties jumping in and getting picked off as they do so. 3 down on the side of, that's a wipeout for the Splashdown Crusaders. Now's the time for them to take back mid. We see the junior riding tower bubble ready to try and make progress on a checkpoint. Or at least get some points on the board. Minute 47 left. Unfortunately, Splashdown is 2 down. Fortunately, Tentacle difficulties was 3 down. As Splashdown Crusaders makes their way through checkpoint 1. An excellent double kill with those tri-strikes. Unfortunately, Tentacle difficulties able to retake the tower, 51 to 18. The Trizooka comes out, gets some solid picks. Splashdown Crusaders trying to get back into mid. Tentacle difficulties is playing to their win condition, knowing they have lead. All they have to do is keep Splashdown Crusaders off of tower for another 47 seconds. The Tri Nouveau has a cooler ready, deploys it onto tower. Manages to find a pick on the end zap. That's 3 down on the side of Splashdown Crusaders. Unfortunately, that suction bomb is able to find a pick. Five seconds left in the match. And that is game. That is a wipeout on the side of Splashdown Crusaders. Tentacle difficulties takes that game, but it was not a KO. Crusaders fought back hard. Tower control and an extension. This set goes to Tentacle difficulties. It is not quite over yet for Splashdown Crusaders, though they can still get points in Rainmaker and Clam Blitz. It's time for Rainmaker Humpback Hump Track. Oh wait, no, never mind. Rainmaker Undertow Spillway. My bad, I was thinking of week 7. Go ahead and cash out that prediction. As Tentacle Difficulties has taken the set. Let's see if Splashdown Crusaders can win one of these games and get some much-needed points as we enter the last few weeks of the PSL Season 9. Let's see some Undertow. Very little in the way of comp changes from Tentacle Difficulties. We see the Wiper come back. Meanwhile, on the side of Splashdown Crusaders, we have that Neo Splash. We now have a Jet Squelcher, in addition to that Ink Brush and that Enzak. Splashdown Crusaders said, no, we're not getting outranged this time. Unfortunately, they're still 2 down. We see the cooler weapons trade before either of them can get off their cooler. Early Maker possession seems to be favoring Tentacle Difficulties. But they lose the Rainmaker before they can do anything with it. The Trident Foe is alone on the mech. Tentacle Difficulties claims checkpoint. But they go 2 down to the NSF-85. They're 3 down. And there's a lot of jumps there. Rainmaker in possession of Splashdown Crusaders. They're going to get some points on the board. They're attempting to pivot to left check. But that Tri-Slosher is able to put a stop to their push. Three down once again on the side of Splashdown Crusaders. That was a walkout, favoring Tentacle Difficulties. But they were able to take out the Rainmaker before they're on their way out. Splashdown Crusaders now in possession of the Rainmaker as they are going for the left checkpoint still. Unfortunately, pretty much all of Tentacle Difficulties was right there, and that bomb caused Rainmaker Shield to get the kill. The Vac comes out from Splashdown Crusaders. Unfortunately, the back shot does not find any picks. .215 left in the match. And it looks like Tentacle Difficulties is going for the KO off of left side. Unfortunately, the Rainmaker goes down to the NZAC. Splashdown Crusaders not letting them get the KO that easily. All in possession of the Rainmaker. Attempting to move it back into mid. They go for the reset. That is a full power back shot. Unfortunately, does not find any kills. Splashdown Crusaders unable to pick up the Rainmaker due to the Hydra Splat leg. They go 3 down. Tentacle difficulties in possession of the Rainmaker, going for the left side. They've got a stamp to give them some cover, but the Brush is able to sneak behind and pick the Maker. We have seen 1 minute and 15 seconds of stalemate. Tentacle difficulties going to get some more points on this push, but they need to find picks on Splashdown Crusaders if they want a KO. Or not! They could just decide to press the win button. It is Rainmaker after all. And we see the fist bump. Rainmaker is a KO victory for Tentacle difficulties. Alright, let's see some clamblets. Who's ready for some football? We've got quite a few Tentacle difficulty supporters in the chat. I will say, I am personally a bit partial towards Splashdown Crusaders, as they were the first team that Planet Firefin was friendly with. So they've got my support, but I'm being as impartial as I can. And it's time for Clamblitz Inkblot Art Academy. I forgot it was Inkblot. Why? This map has gate-kept Firefin so many times. I hate it. We're in for 5 minutes of nothing. Or a 30-second game. There's basically no in-between when it comes to Inkblot clams. Well, we're seeing a bit of a comp swap. On the side of Tentacle difficulties, we have a Carbon Roller Deco running Ninja Squid, as you'd expect. We've got that Wiper, we've got an Octo Shot, and we've got the Neo Sploosh. The same weapon I was ranking in the lobby. Not as much sub power, though. On the side of Splashdown Crusaders, we have an Octo Shot, we have an 89, we have an Ink Brush, and we have an 85. I will say, Splashdown Crusaders has a cooler, while Tentacle Difficulties opted not to take one. But, since Clan Blitz tends to favor more stealthy plays, we will see if that can lead to their success. We see 2 footballs in from Tentacle Difficulties. Unfortunately, they are now out of clamps. So the push is over. Scores currently sit at 154. As Twitch decides to come in, interrupting the match with ads. My sincerest apologies about that. I do not control the ads on my stream. We see a solo push from the brush. Unfortunately, with the rest of the team not there to support them, that is basically just a free football for Tentacle Difficulties. We do see some beacons out from Tentacle Difficulties. Scores currently sit at 54 to 74. We see chumps come out from Splashdown Crusaders. They made a football. They're going for it. Unfortunately, they get stopped by the Neo Sploosh on their trails. That football is going to the void. The Wiper gets a trade. That's 2 down on the side of Tentacle Difficulties. Tentacle Difficulties trying their best to make a push. Minute 30 left in the game. Splashdown Crusaders does still have their Pity Clam. They could take this to overtime. Unfortunately, the clam that Tentacle Difficulties had went to the void. That Carbon Roller saw that football get made and was quick to destroy it. That football is likewise going to the void. Bazooka comes out from the Carbon Deco, able to find a pick. As they attempt to make space on Splat, but black out due to there being too much fire. And Lewis throws in a football. Knock that score down to 48. If they can keep basket open for another 20 seconds, they will win. And looks like they might just do it. The snap gets canceled though, and it looks like that push is done. 5 seconds left before overtime. That is an overtime for sure. The Brush manages to sneak behind and is possibly beckoning their team in for a jump. Unfortunately, the football missed. And that overtime is over. Splashdown Crusaders walk away with a single overtime point as the game goes to Tentacle difficulties. And there's the fist bump. Your winners of this set are Tentacle difficulties. And that does it for this Week 6 match in the Proton Splat League. We've got more matches happening as we speak, and also in the future. If you want to see me get absolutely destroyed alongside my team, on Saturday, May 4th at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, Planet Firefin is going up against the Criminals. But until then, I'm going to send you guys over to What's Upstairs to watch their commentary match. Thank you all so much for tuning in.